The idea is to shorten the waistband circumference so that it fits without even tying the drawstring. The way I found easiest was to bunch the waistband and sew it onto the drawstring. However, since these bottoms have a back pocket, I found that bunching at the back makes the pocket difficult to access. Hang on, I have an example of this. So then when it's like stretched out and you're wearing it, see, it's like scrunched up. So the bunching should be on either side, like so. Which means pinning the drawstring and the waistband at 2 points on each side. So having one in line with the end of the back pocket and then one in line with the beginning of the normal side pocket. So obviously here's the pocket. And then, you want to try and pin in line when it finishes. That's in line with the other pocket. Basically, you're just, I guess, filling the gap between the sort of dead space between the pocket, the back pocket and the front pocket. And this will keep the pockets still all reachable and not distorted in any way. The bottoms I fixed happen to already have some thread there in one of the right places. So I kept it and just mirrored that on the other side. That was just out of coincidence. I don't know if it was from a tag that was originally there, but who knows? So then once I sewed both the sides, then I bunched the waistband while pulling the drawstring so that it's taut, like, in tension. And then pinned it with a safety pin. And then I mirrored this on the other side. And then I tried it on. The safety pins I happen to have available were not so safe, actually, because they left the pin exposed. It was like a sort of wireframe kind of safety pin. Bluetooth seatbelt. I don't know. Yeah, they look nice, sure, but they're not particularly practical. Yeah, so as I was putting them on, I was, kind of a scary experience. You don't want to get pinned by the pins. I'm just scared because of these pins. Because, it's not like 100% shielded. Yeah, so trying them on was much more difficult and scary, on top of the fact that they were much tighter now. Anyway, well, at least now they fit. I don't think they ever truly did in the first place when we bought them, but yeah. Yeah, this fits much better, and it's still elastic. It hasn't lost its elasticity like maybe some of the other ones. So I sewed it, which took not much time at all, because it just happens that this process is fairly simple. Just 4 dots of thread basically, and I'm pleased by the result. Maybe they're too tight now, and it's harder to get them on, but I'd rather that than they hardly being on in the first place. I'd much prefer that than to the alternative of them not fitting. I'm content with my alteration personally, and maybe this is a good guide for other alterations that people may have.